Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the video. We finally have some fairly solid concrete specifications on Nvidia's Titan X. So of course the specifications of this card have been fairly in the wind, but finally we know roughly what the compute performance will be, plus the basic specifications of the card. So I'm going to discuss the clock frequency first. The max clock frequency has been confirmed to be 1076. Now, how we have this information is an online website, an online benchmarking website known as ComputeBench. I'll link it in the video description. Just be aware that the link may no longer function by the time you get this video, simply because Nvidia may request it to be removed. And obviously this is for benchmarking purposes, where they've been kind of testing out the card, that type of thing. So here's the crux of the matter. The max clock is 1076 and the max compute units are 24. Now, if you know anything about the Maxwell architecture, you can simply take 24, times it by 128, and that comes up with 3072. And if you're saying, well, that sounds an awfully familiar number, you would indeed be super duper correct. It's pretty much what we'd expected for some time with the Titan X. So, what does that level of performance get you? I mean, you know, is it high performance? Is it fast? And so on and so forth. Well, we are only judging this card based on the merits of compute. So, to reiterate, this is not based on the performance in Far Cry or something like that. So, what I'm basically saying to you is that, well, yeah, this is not necessarily equal to gaming benchmarks. But I'm just going to throw out a couple of numbers. I'm not going to put these in the video simply because Nvidia are probably not very happy that this stuff has leaked out, if I'm totally honest. But it's nothing amazing, but let's just say that you're going to be using, say, video composition. The Titan X gets basically 150 frames per second, whereas the AMD Tahiti architecture in OpenCL, once again, gets about 140 frames a second, whereas the 980 gets 122 frames a second. If we were to take a look at, let's say, particle simulation, you're looking at 1514 interactions, whereas on the other hand the GTX 980 is about 1300, and the Titan Z is about 955. If we were to take a look at, let's go with ocean surface simulation, basically 2600. I'm just rounding this up, whereas the R9 280X gets 2337. So what I'm basically saying is the card is definitely pretty good in terms of raw compute performance. It's not, it's not leagues above previous, but it is pretty much what we'd expect. The driver version, by the way, just for your FYI, is reported to be 347.84. That's correct. Which of course is not really too surprising. In terms of VRAM and all the other bits, pretty much what we'd expected. 12 gigs, of course, has already been confirmed. Unfortunately, at least the information I'm looking at as I'm scrolling, and I have been going up and down a few times, I can't see the clock speed of the VRAM. That's not been confirmed. Address bits 32. I will link this in the article, and you can have a look. But you know, you might not be finding all of the bits popping out, simply because, as I said, Nvidia may well take that down. But that's pretty much it. So what we have here is at least confirmation on the amount of shaders in the GPU. We have confirmation on, of course, the clock speed. What we don't have, unfortunately, is solid information regarding the frame rate. I think it's fair to say that it's going to be faster than, let's say, the 980, simply because of their greater number of shaders, but how much faster, who the heck knows. And whether the Titan X is going to be faster than the 980 Ti in, once again, terms of frame rate, when the 980 Ti is finally announced, which obviously it's not been yet, but let's say it is, and we've got it in our hands in, say, 6 months' time. Is it going to be faster? Shrug of shoulders. Obviously, how any of this compares to the 300 series from AMD, once again, who the heck knows? But at least we have something. It's something / skip, right? As the meme goes. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Found it somewhat informative. It's a bit of a short one today. I know some people are probably like, hey dude, what happened to Devil May Cry? Well, it's a bit of a thing, but we have the PS4 version now. It's installed, all the updates are sorted out. We've got the Steam version. We've recorded some of the footage that we need, so that should be up tomorrow. So yay! In case you're wondering, it's just been a bit of a thing. We've basically been upgrading one of our PC rigs today, and it turned into a bit of a problem with the boot manager on one of the systems, and I had to go into the BIOS. It just went and was a bit of a pain in the ass, but it turned out to be a fairly simple solution when we kind of looked into it, and then we upgraded the drivers and had to make sure that everything worked fine. It was just a bit of a thing, but the palaver is over, and everything, the normal service has been resumed. But the good news is, to be totally honest, the comparison should have been up a couple of days ago. Apart from the shop that I ordered Devil May Cry from, they basically just didn't send out the PS4 version, so it was kind of like a thing where we couldn't really do anything anyway, which just kind of sucked. But there you have it. And my internet today has been ridiculously slow. I have absolutely no idea what the hell Virgin Media are playing at. But normally I'm downloading from Steam at like 15 megabytes a second, and today it's been like, I don't know, 2, which hasn't meant downloading Devil May Cry has been particularly happy times. But anyway, I bitch and whine for very little reason other than to say, tomorrow we shall have happy times. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I shall see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.